What was the pain like during the fire?
I had none.
None?
None.
If you were alone in a room with a burn survivor, what would you ask?
Do you think pretty privilege exists?
After the accident, did you have a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great.
What's your name?
Jay.
Jay, it's lovely to meet you, Jay.
Same here.
Do you mind talking about your accident?
Sure. I lived in Puerto Rico. It was in 1998 after Hurricane George, and we didn't have electricity for more than a month. And I had a couple of seizures, and I went through several neurological studies. I had glue on my scalp. I had to remove with some type of oily substance. My dad was outside dealing with a generator. So what I did was grab a candle, started pouring the grease over my hair. And when I leaned forward to see myself better on this area on the left side, that's where my hair actually slipped over my shoulder and touched the flame, the candle. And in less than a second, I was just a human torch.
That must have been really difficult.
What was the pain like during the fire?
I had none.
None?
None. My burns, they were deep 3rd degree, so most of my nerves were damaged. What I felt was extreme heat. I remember swallowing the flames and feeling it all the way in my lungs, but in that moment I had no pain at all.
Wow. So it's just completely nothing to you at all?
Completely nothing, no. I
Wow.
have never experienced that kind of peace ever.
Wow. That's insane.
Yes.
What was your hospital experience like after being burned?
That's a very intense question. Even my heart is racing a little. That experience was very, very intense because I was in a induced coma, but still you as a patient, you can actually hear. And I remember the doctors betting on my life. I don't think she's gonna be more than 12 hours. I don't give her more than 16 hours. And I'm here having this experience. I'm trying to scream my lungs out like, no, 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 no. I have more time. And then I started recovering and debridement. I don't know if you know what that means.
I don't.
You don't? So that's the process that us burn survivors have to go through, and is where they actually have to scrape the dead skin from your body. And even though, yes, they put sedation, my body got used to the medication so quickly that I actually felt every second of it. I remember having to go through a lot of deep breaths and hold my tears and try not to move as much so they could get through it as quick as possible. But yeah, it's been kind of bittersweet.
Well, I'm glad that you're still here.
Yes, thank you.
About the accident, what triggers you and how do you cope with it?
When I'm close to a fireplace or a bonfire where I feel like extreme heat, I feel it and I get that feeling of the moment where I was actually swallowing the flames. But what I do is I just breathe, and even though I've been through so much in life, I'm still here. I have a second chance and I'm trying to make the best out of it.
Do you feel that your quote-unquote normal day-to-day life has changed, and how so?
I do have certain physical limitations, and my skin, it's so tight, especially around my neck, that my skin pulls. It's very hard for me even to sleep. I get spasms pretty much every single day, and I get migraines, and my hands, sometimes they don't work completely. And that could be a little bit frustrating because I want to do so much.
Have people treated you differently or even looked at you differently in any aspect?
Do you ever feel alienated in your day-to-day life? Like, do you feel people looking at you weird?
Oh yes, definitely. I've had people that ask me if I wanted to kill myself if I ever contemplated suicide. If I feel ashamed for the way that I look, my skin. If I go to a restaurant, I've had situations where I had someone across the restaurant just completely staring at me, and I'm here like, yes, I have a mouth. I eat just like you do. I drink just like you do. I walk just like you do. But yes, society has been very cruel. People have spat on my face, pulled my hair just trying to see if I have a wig on or not. I've been called scar-faced, you name it.
Wow.
Do you think pretty privilege exists?
Yes, I have actually witnessed that. So as a teenager, I wanted to apply for a job at a store, and they said, no, we're not hiring. And two more girls come in asking for an application, and they got the freaking application. And I'm here like, oh, wow. So just because I'm burned means that I'm not good enough to work. So unfortunately, yeah, that happens quite often.
How have your experiences affected your relationship with those around you?
Well, I have come to learn that people show their true colors when something like this changes your entire life. And I did have one situation where a family member asked me over the phone, whenever you're done with your surgeries, I would like to see you to see if you are going to be a valuable person in my family and in society. That was very hurtful. I did let it get to me, and I went through therapy for insomnia and depression for a while.
Do you still feel a little resentment toward that person?
That person passed away years ago. When I saw him laying down in that casket, I felt very sad for him, and I actually forgave him for his ignorance, and I released myself from that burden.
That takes a lot to forgive somebody for doing something like that.
Did you feel nervous at all about being asked these questions?
I did. Before I came here yesterday, I remember sitting in a corner at the airport in Puerto Rico, and I started to cry. The fact that I have the opportunity to bring awareness is very special to me because it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Like we say in Spanish, yo tengo el cuero duro, I have a thick skin, but not everyone does. And to me, it's very, very special. So I'm very, very grateful for every single person that have been seated next to me.
Describe your best and worst day since your accident.
My worst day was when I had my surgery from the tissue expander. They had to put a skin graft on the center of my head. The pain was insane. I think that was the worst that I've had. My best day, I have two, and is the moment I met both of my daughters when they were born. They have pushed me to be a better woman, a better human being, a better person, and everything that I do it for them.
So you have children.
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. What do you feel that you can teach them that if you hadn't had those experiences, you think you might not have otherwise been able to?
Something that I teach them every single day is to accept themselves as they are, that they should love themselves inside out. That love should translate through our smile, through our eyes, through the way that we carry ourselves, through the way that we actually interact with other people. And that's something that I always teach them. You need to try to keep your heart as pure and as loving as possible, because that's what's gonna take you moving forward in your life.
Well, this is my last question, but can I give you a hug?
Yes, definitely. Hi. Thank you. Aw, you're gonna make me cry. I'm already to cry. So So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.
Me too.
I'm gonna take you home. There you go. Oh, no, don't cry.
I'm so